Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the nursing channel. So today we're going to talk about home health nursing. What exactly is a home health nurse? Today I'm with my man Will John, who is one of Sacramento's top home health nurses, and he's going to talk to you about what home health nursing is and what exactly do they do. So Will John, real quickly, what do you do as a home health nurse?
What do I do as a home health nurse?
Yeah.
You know, home health is a lot of wound care. I'm just gonna say that. It's a lot of wound care, and it's a lot of long-term care for your patients.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you see some really nasty wounds on
I
patients.
do see a lot of nasty wounds.
Do some dressing changes.
A lot of dressing changes.
What else do you do besides wound care?
You can also do trach care. You can do medication reconciliation. Just teaching your patients about medications, and you can also teach your patients if they have diabetes or heart disease. You can teach them about better lifestyle habits that they can have.
So that's nice. So it seems like the work isn't like too stressful. You're not
It's not.
hanging bags.
Actually,
You're not doing like cold blues, compressions.
No.
Your patients aren't dying on you.
You're not. They're more stable.
They're more stable.
They're way more stable.
Okay, nice. So let's break down the word home health nurse.
Home health.
So does this mean that you're going to the patient's homes and
Yes.
visiting them there?
Okay, yeah. I go to their homes, and the nice thing about home health is the home is the hospital.
Okay, interesting. You said the
So-
home is a hospital. So what kind, like when you go to these patient homes, what kind of homes are you going into? Are you going into like really nice homes like in Beverly Hills, like mansions, or are you going to trailer parks? Are you going into like ghetto neighborhoods? Like what kind of homes are you going into?
Okay, so I'm not, actually personally I don't go into Beverly Hills homes. I live in Sac. I mean I work in Sac, but if you do want to follow my buddy Johnny On, we're gonna put the link in the description. He actually is a home health in Beverly Hills,
Ooh.
so you might want to follow him. But I do home health actually in the ghetto, mostly.
Okay.
So I just want to tell you guys a story, okay?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so actually one of my patients, when I first started doing home health, because I did home health for maybe only 2 years.
Mhm.
When I first started, we went to a house that I thought was actually a house of the patient, but once I went into the house, the patient was actually living in the backyard.
Mm.
So the person that was in charge of the house said, "Hey, my patient actually lives in the backyard." So I started going to the backyard, and I had to go through 2 pit bulls, 3 pit bulls, and then there were some trailers there, and there were actually some tents. It was like a 5-acre lot in the middle of Sacramento, and they were growing marijuana of all things.
Wow.
And my patient was living in one of the trailers, and I got to help her. Like, she had a wound, and we got to really get to know her.
So you were changing her wound while she was smoking her marijuana.
No, she wasn't doing that. It was just
doing that.
like the people that were there too. She
Yeah.
was my patient. I couldn't let
Okay.
her do that.
So that's a little scary as a home health nurse. Like, seems like you're getting yourself into all these adventures. You don't know what
it's
to
like an
expect.
adventure.
Like this guy thought he was just gonna go into his patient's home and just change the wound care dressing, but this guy had to go past 2 pit bulls, and then he had to go through a marijuana farm, and then he found his patient. It's like so it's almost
Yeah,
like you don't know what
yeah.
to expect, what kind of home you might be going into. But that's interesting. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun and
Yeah.
chill. It's not as crazy as a hospital. So if you like unexpected things, you actually might like home health.
Okay. And it's not like unexpected, like, okay, my patient's like about to die, like I
Yeah,
need to do a
yeah.
cold blue, but it's
No,
just
no,
like
no.
you don't know like what kind of home environment you're gonna get into, right?
Yeah, actually one of my other patients, his brother was like a clown, so he would like show me like magic tricks. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so as a home health nurse, it sounds like you really get to know your patient
You
because
do.
you're in their
You
home.
actually do.
You get in there. Your patient is
Uh-huh.
comfortable. They're being themselves. They don't feel like they're locked up in a room like in a hospital.
Mhm.
They're actually, at home just chilling on a sofa, watching TV,
That's right.
drinking beer or just having fun with family,
That's right.
eating their favorite food,
Yep.
being in the comfort in of their environment.
That's right.
So
yeah, it's less stressful than a hospital. I'm gonna say that
okay.
for sure.
And you said as a home health nurse, you were actually at a birthday party of one
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
patients?
They you know when you're with them for a long enough, you get to know them for 9 weeks at a time, or longer. They invite you to their birthdays, or you spend special times with them, and I think that's what makes it special. They're not stressed. You're not stressed. You get to know them. You get to know their family. It's a
Wow,
nice
that's
time.
nice.
It's
So
a nice time.
So you actually got invited to their birthday. You actually went to visit a patient on their birthday.
Yeah, it's nice.
And you got to eat some
Yeah.
cake, have a good time with them, build
Yeah.
a nice relationship
It's
with your
good.
patient. Now let's get to the money question that I know everybody wants to know. How much money does a home health nurse make? Do they make good money?
You can make good money in home health. You
Okay,
can.
explain a
So,
little bit.
when I first started, you can actually make good money in this kind of work.
Okay,
when
quick question. Do you, as a home health nurse, do you get paid off of how many patients you see each day, or do you get paid by the hour? How does this work?
I started with a small company. We got paid only by the patient, which was good, because it was good pay. It was actually really good pay by the patient. But consider that in home health you actually chart a lot. Some of my charting is like 32 pages. So if you get paid by the patient and you chart not so fast, might not be the best model that you want to get paid with. And then later on, I started getting paid by the hour, which was better for me because I like to go a little bit more thorough with my charting, and it really helped me. And not only that, get this, I actually get paid driving from patient to patient.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're in your in your car listening to your favorite music.
That's right.
You're gonna go see a patient,
Yeah.
and during that ride to go see your patient, you're actually getting paid.
You're getting paid.
And you're listening to your favorite music.
not
you're
just that,
hanging out.
they pay you by the mile of gas.
Oh wow.
By the mile, you get paid an average like 36 cents.
So this guy's making good
That's
money.
good.
He's rolling in money. I need to get a loan from this guy.
No.
So the next question is, how many patients do you see per day? Like, what's the average that a home health nurse? How many patients do they see per day?
It depends how much you want to see. It's flexible. So another thing I want to say is it's flexible. You can see as little as you want or as much as you want. So if you want, you could see 1 patient a day. Sometimes you could see 8 patients a day. So it
Wow.
depends how much you want to see.
And
Yeah.
so you can see 1 patient a day?
You can. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So
you
think about this, guys. So
Yeah.
if you want to have a super easy day, you know, you had a rough night last night. Maybe you got into an argument with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, or maybe one of your family members passed away that week, and you're just feeling down. You don't have the energy to work. You can actually have the flexibility as a home health nurse to say, no, I'm not going to see the five patients that I normally see. I'm just going to see 1 patient, and then I'm going to go home right after that.
Yeah, that's right. It's not
Nice.
as bad.
Okay.
And if you were gonna see a lot of patients, you could reschedule because you don't have a boss like over your shoulder. You're your own boss when you're out there.
Ooh, nice. I
So,
like the sound of that.
Yeah. If you want to reschedule, it's reschedule to the next day.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And then for anybody who's interested in becoming a home health nurse,
Uh-huh.
because I know a lot of viewers are now interested in becoming a home health nurse.
Mhm.
They like the fact that you have a flexible schedule. You get paid while you're driving. You make good money as a home health nurse. How do you become a home health nurse? What do you need to do? How do you get in that field?
You know, I got in the field because my company was new, and they needed nurses. So sometimes you might see that, and you could grab it. But I suggest that you probably need to get a few years of med-surg experience, and then you could go into home health, because when you're out in the field, you're gonna want people to help you, and sometimes you won't be able to find anyone to help you because you'll be the only one.
Okay.
So get some experience first in the bedside, I suggest, or
But you were lucky. You just applied straight out of nursing school
yeah,
for a home health position.
you can do that too.
You found an
Yeah.
agency that was desperate and looking for nurses.
Yeah.
And this guy was blessed by God. He got that opportunity. And look at him. Now he's a home health nurse, living in Sacramento, making good money. He's happy. Home health nursing seems like it's very flexible. It's stress free. This guy does not have one gray hair on his
I
head.
actually have some white hairs, but it's
Okay. They don't have to know that.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, that was the end of this video. If you're interested in home health nursing, make sure you follow this guy's example. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next